Hey y'all, I'm back again with another video for how to kill a kit with style. I am using a Facebook Live video that I watched with Shamel recently as my inspiration. And she did kind of like a sticker sneeze type of layout where she had her photo in the center and then she had like a larger, she used a, it was a sticker, a large sticker that she cut in half. Instead, I used a die that I used 2 pattern papers on, and I cut that die in half to kind of replicate what she did. So I'm scrapping an old photo from my childhood, and this is a picture of my mom and my brother and I, and we are riding our bikes. And so I'm just using bits and pieces from a couple of Vicki Boutin's collections that are in my kit. And I'm using ephemera, chipboard, stickers, puffy stickers, kind of whatever I can, find in my little stash. So all you're going to see me doing here is playing around, moving pieces around, trying to find the best position to kind of fit in all these little spaces. And this is a really good way to use up some ephemera that you're not so sure if you're like what you would use it with. For instance, that owl. I just could not think of how I was going to use that owl on a layout. This is a perfect example of how you can use, these sort of things. The butterfly. I'm not one who uses a lot of butterflies. Now, I have used a lot of butterflies with the layouts I've done with this kit because Vicki's collections, both collections did have quite a few butterflies, but typically it's not something I would use. But this allowed me to just kind of put whatever in there, anything from nature, anything like that, because it's just a photo of me and my family outside, and I don't really have a story to tell regarding this. It's just a photo that someone must have snapped of us, and I'm really happy that I have it. So typically when you do like any type of, I'm going to call this a sticker sneeze, any type of sticker sneeze like this, you would want to start with your largest pieces first. And then you would go to your next size and on, because you're going to use your tiny, smaller bits to fill in all of the little tiny spaces. Now in a little bit, once I get these all put down and get my title put down, on Shamel's layout, she then did some stenciling with some inks. And she also put like a tiny little border cut file, just a tiny piece of it at the top and the bottom. So she made, she has this horizontal element, and then she had, starting from above the title and then down, she had like a vertical element. I decided to use my what did I use? I used the Vicki Boutin crayons. And you're going to see me in a little bit, once I get this done, I'll pull out some stencils and I'll kind of make a decision. I pulled out several stencils. And I was trying to pull out colors from the papers when I was picking out my colors. And when you come to see that part, I'm going to say that I wish I would have used the crayon or the crayons wet. I wish I would have either wet my brush or used them wet, because it would have been, the colors would have been more saturated. In this instance, the color is a little more pastel than I would have liked. I will say, after I did this video, after everything, after I took the pictures, I did go back with some Distress Oxide and frayed burlap, or it wasn't oxide, just the Distress ink, and I did go over the stenciling a little bit to kind of distress it a little bit so it wasn't maybe as pastel, and I do like that a little bit more. The other thing I did that was different is you'll notice I ripped the paper on the left side of the top and then the right side of the bottom instead of putting in a little strip of, oh, what do I want to say? What is it called? Border strip. So, or border punch. So there's my title. It's just My Kind of Day, which I think was perfect for this photo, and it is one of the ephemera pieces. And I really love how this layout came together when it was all said and done. It was fun. I got to use up a lot of product that I wasn't sure I knew I was going to use. Now remember, I'm getting down to the end of this kit, so with the Vicky Boutin stuff, so I want to use up what I have. I typically am not a scrapper who like wants to use a ton of everything on one layout because I want to make my product last. But when I'm getting down to the end of it, I don't mind just kind of putting things on there because, you know, I will use it, but I want to just make sure, I don't want to save it. So here's my stencils, and I'm going through, and I do pick out 3 stencils, and you'll see that I do a sample of all 3 just on an envelope and kind of audition which one I'm going to do, and then you'll see me do that there. Don't forget to check out all of the links below for how to kill a kit with style. There's lots of ladies who are doing lots of fun and just really different. Everybody has picked out really different kits and styles for this month, so it's really fun to watch. See those colors there? They're just not the right shades, and I should have taken maybe a little more time to work with my colors, but I just wasn't in one of those moods to experiment too much. This is the end of my page, and I just kind of wanted to get something done. I would, you know, anyway, in the end, I really like it, but I wish I would have taken a little bit more time picking out my colors there. So I did go in with another stencil after I did this, and I used some iridescent, the iridescent glaze or paste of Vicky's, and I did go over with a vertical line of hearts as well over that. So like I said, I love how it turned out. It's something very different for me. Not my typical style, but that's what I love about looking at other people's layouts, is because it makes you kind of jump out of your comfort zone and try something different. So I'm super excited that I tried this, and I will definitely do it again, you know, on another layout. And yeah, so I'm glad that I was able to watch Shamel's live video, and this is what I came up with. Hope you all enjoy. I would love for you to give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video, and subscribe if you're not already a subscriber. Thanks, guys. I hope you all have a great night. Bye.